We are living through the release of the most powerful technology in history, yet we own almost none of it. The most capable AI models are controlled by a few massive corporations. They decide who can use them, what they can say, and which countries are allowed access. Even paying users face unpredictable limits. Anthropic is currently facing a class action lawsuit from customers who say their premium data caps disappeared in as little as 5 hours. When you use these models, you're effectively a tenant. Your digital landlord can increase the rent or restrict your access without notice. This setup creates a walled garden, where users provide data and fees in exchange for temporary access to a brain they can never keep. But what happens to that corporate control if the intelligence itself becomes a free, downloadable file? Z.AI just released GLM 5.2, a new model designed to challenge the performance of the billion-dollar frontier models. Because it is an open-weight model with an MIT license, anyone can download it and run it on their own hardware. It requires no subscription and answers to no corporate gatekeeper. This moves the technology out from behind the geofences and paywalls, allowing individuals to own the tool they rely on. To test its actual utility, we ran GLM 5.2 through the same complex prompts we used for paid models like Claude Opus 4.8 and Fable 5. First, we asked for a 90-day learning roadmap. GLM 5.2 built a dynamic calendar that instantly reroutes if you change your study time. But the paid Opus model failed, providing a static screen with broken buttons. In a web design test, the free model produced a site with active animations and custom typography that felt as polished as the results from Fable 5. Finally, we asked for a 2D action game. GLM 5.2 instantly coded a playable jungle level with physics, sound effects, lives, and score tracking. These results demonstrate that open-weight models have reached the same tier of performance as software that costs billions of dollars to develop and maintain. This shift isn't just about one model. The wider market is finding new ways to bypass the traditional barriers of cost and access. Platforms like OpenRouter use features like Fusion to maximize the power of smaller, cheaper models. Fusion works by taking the outputs of several budget models and combining them into a single answer. This panel of cheap models can match the logic of a top-tier model at half the cost. The visual interfaces are also changing. A tool called Lovable lets users edit entire applications by drawing directly on the screen, translating sketches into live code. New integrations between Claude and Replit let you describe a tool, have the AI design it, write the underlying code, and deploy the live app without you touching a terminal. Across the industry, the friction associated with subscription costs, geographic blocks, and manual coding is being steadily reduced. The math is impossible to ignore. Processing 1 million tokens on Claude Opus costs $5. GLM 5.2 delivers the same volume for $1.20, and hosted locally with Ollama, the recurring cost drops to $0. There is a trade-off with cloud-based free versions. When you use their servers, your data is processed in foreign jurisdictions, where you have no control over privacy. Hosting the model locally entirely solves this issue. Because the AI lives on your hard drive, sensitive client data and proprietary code never leave your physical computer. This combination of local hosting and open models provides a way to escape both the financial strain and the privacy risks of corporate AI. Even as major corporations spend billions on proprietary talent and massive data centers, the core technology is becoming a public utility. Only a year ago, building a dynamic AI power application required a high-priced subscription to a closed ecosystem. Today, that same level of intelligence can be downloaded as a file and run on a standard laptop. The necessity of renting access to high-level logic is beginning to fade. The capacity to create complex software is moving away from corporate silos and back to the individual creator.